all eyes have been on the Houston Texans and who they're going to bring in for head coach because the whole Deshaun Watson thing is starting to bubble over and I'm getting excited. Well, we just found out who that head coach is going to be. It's going to be David Culley. Now, what does that mean for Deshaun Watson? What's up, guys? Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot today. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. All right, so the Texans are going to hire their new head coach, David Culley. And if you guys were looking at the Twitter feed, just like I was, my first reaction was, who the hell is that? So I had to do some Googling and some searching around to dig up some dirt on this guy and figure out what this meant for the whole Deshaun Watson sweepstakes because I'm hanging on every single tweet. Now, what's going on here? So David Culley is the wide receivers coach, the passing game coordinator, and the assistant head coach for the Baltimore Ravens. He is from the Andy Reid coaching tree, spent a lot of time in Philadelphia and Kansas City under Andy Reid. So maybe you don't get Eric Bieniemy or Mike Kafka, but you get the RC Cola brand in in David Curry over here. No, it's this is interesting. It's going to be fascinating for me. So they get those 2 third-round picks. That is sweet. That is really cool. Ravens fans have got to be relatively happy. I mean, their passing game is horrible. It's like the Jets were ranked 31st, and our passing game was bad. But we can still talk shit on the Baltimore Ravens because they were ranked 32nd. And I don't know. If I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, does Deshaun Watson want to play for this guy? As of right now, as of me recording this, he has not tweeted anything out publicly, hasn't made any public statements. So, it could go either way. But a little bit of background. Ravens coached the Pro Bowl AFC team last year. Obviously, Culley was on that staff while Deshaun Watson was one of the Pro Bowl quarterbacks. But wide receivers coach with the quarterback. Was he in the same room, same vicinity? Could like the guy. I mean, this could go one of two ways. It's either going to be like, okay, we bonded so well over that Pro Bowl game. And like that 1 week we had in practice where he wasn't my direct head coach or quarterback position coach. But he was right there. And we could like him. If that's the case, I expect to see some type of like public backing for this hire. Otherwise, it's going to go all sorts of sideways. Now, what does this mean for their coaching staff? Well, they are expected to retain Tim Kelly, which is really big for the Deshaun Watson thing because Watson came out and backed Tim Kelly at the end of the season saying, I definitely want him around as long as possible. So them retaining Kelly, to me, tells me that the Houston Texans are trying to extend an olive branch. I think that might be their attempt. Now, that said, what does this really mean? Like, where am I coming and where do I think this is going? I'm still riding this Deshaun Watson is going to get traded train. Like, I'm riding it real hard, and here's why. Because you're not going to tell me that Deshaun Watson is excited to play for a guy that ran the 32nd ranked passing offense last year. Like, you're not going to get me excited. Not to mention, this guy, the Chiefs have some really good wide receivers. Now, this was a few years ago, 2014. This guy was the wide receivers coach. Take a guess. How many touchdowns wide receivers had in the 2014 season? If you guessed any more than 0, you'd be wrong. He had 0 touchdowns from wide receivers in 2014. Like, how do you get jazzed up about this guy? I don't see it. I don't see it. It doesn't make sense to me. On top of that, I'm sniffing out all the little rumors here because the Texans interviewed Josh McCown to be a head coach. Like, that was one of their interviews. I love Josh McCown. Really like Josh McCown a lot. Like, have a ton of respect for the guy. I think he's going to make an awesome coach, but he's got to work his way up the pecking order. He's never been an assistant coach. He's never been a coordinator or anything like that. And they interviewed him for head coach. That seems a little weird. Now, there's rumors coming out that they want to bring him in as an assistant coach on this regime. Now, I'm sniffing around this. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Josh McCown, if there's going to be a trade for Deshaun Watson, and the Jets are one of the top teams that are in the bidding for Deshaun Watson, and their new assistant coach potentially is really close to our quarterback, Sam Darnold, you're telling me that doesn't smell a little fishy? I don't know. It doesn't pass a sniff test to me. I think Deshaun Watson's still getting traded. We'll see how this pans out over the next few days, but I'm interested to see what this is going to be like. And not Deshaun Watson. Well, Deshaun Watson. If you're looking to see what's going on around here, look towards Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter seems to leak a lot of things from Watson's agent. That sort of seems to be who he trusts with like little tidbits of information. So keep an eye on Adam Schefter. I'm excited to see what happens, where this goes. It could completely go flat, and the Jets aren't, getting Deshaun Watson. And I could cry and be all upset about it, but I'm going to get excited until that point in time comes. So let me hear what you guys have to say down below in the comments. And as always, go Jets.